Alright, today I have a Samsung refrigerator and I'm going to talk to you about how to solve certain issues with the Samsung refrigerator. So this is a troubleshooting video. Now, but before we get started, can you give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel? I'll appreciate it tremendously. So let's get started. We're going to talk about one problem after the other and how we can possibly come up with a solution to solve these problems. Now, the first problem is the refrigerator does not work at all or does not chill sufficiently. Now, a solution to that problem would be, one, to check that the power plug is properly connected. I know that sounds silly, but that's the first step. You can also check if the temperature on the digital display is warmer than the freezer or fridge inner temperature. If it is, set the refrigerator colder. Is the refrigerator in direct sunlight or located near a heat source? Because that could become an important factor. If it's being heated from the outside, it's going to struggle to keep it cool on the inside. Another question you might ask yourself for this particular problem: is the back of the refrigerator too close to the wall, preventing proper ventilation? The refrigerator needs to ventilate, and in order for it to ventilate, it needs some space between the back wall and the refrigerator itself. The next problem: the food is in the fridge is frozen. So if your food in the refrigerator is frozen, that's an issue because food is only supposed to freeze within inside the freezer. Now, if this happens, check if the set temperature on the display is too low. Or you can try setting the refrigerator to a warmer temperature. You might want to ask yourself the question: is the temperature in the room too low? Set the refrigerator warmer. Did you store the food, which is juicy, in the coldest part of the refrigerator? Try moving these items to other shelves in the refrigerator instead of keeping them in the colder areas or bins. If you hear unusual noises or sounds coming to your refrigerator, check that the refrigerator is level and stable. Ask yourself, is the back of the refrigerator too close to the wall, preventing proper ventilation? Try moving the back of the refrigerator at least 2 inches from the wall. You can ask yourself, was anything dropped behind or under the refrigerator? This could possibly cause the noise. A ticking sound is heard from inside the refrigerator. It is normal and occurs because various accessories are contracting or expanding accordingly to the temperature of the refrigerator interior. If it sounds if something is hitting something else inside the refrigerator, this is normal. The sound is caused by the compressor operating at a high capacity. Another problem could be the cabinet door sealing area of the appliance is hot, and condensation is occurring. Some heat is normal as condensators are installed in the vertical hinge section of the refrigerator to prevent condensation. Is the refrigerator door ajar? If so, condensation can occur when you leave the door open for a long time. Another issue, which could be a common issue, the ice maker is not producing ice. You could solve this issue by asking yourself, did you wait 12 hours after installation of the water supply line before making ice? Is the water line connected and the shutoff valve opened? Did you manually stop the ice maker function? Is the freezer temperature too warm? If so, try setting the freezer temperature lower. Another problem, you can hear water bubbling in the refrigerator. This is normal. The bubbling comes from the refrigerant circulating through the refrigerator. If you notice that there is a bad smell in the refrigerator, check for spoiled food. Foods with strong odors, for example fish, should be tightly covered. Clean out your freezer periodically and throw away any spoiled or suspicious food. If frost forms on the walls of the freezer, ask yourself, is the air vent blocked? Remove any obstruction so air can circulate freely. Allow sufficient space between the stored foods for efficient air circulation. Ask yourself, is the freezer drawer closed properly? If you notice water dispenser is not functioning, is the water line connected to the shutoff valve opened? Ask yourself, has the water supply line tubing been crushed or kinked? Make sure the tubing is free and clear of any obstruction. And ask yourself, is the water tank frozen because the fridge temperature is too low? Try selecting a warmer setting on the digital display. Now with this problem, the auto close system does not work with the freezer door. You have to ask yourself, is there an imbalance between the right and left parts of the door? You can open and close the door smoothly 1 to 2 times. And after you do this, the auto close system usually works again properly. Try opening the door smoothly to avoid unbalancing the right part and the left part of the door.